Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. So let's talk about Growing Up Hip Hop Season 5, Episode 8. I'm so sorry that it's late. It's ridiculous late. I've been going through some things. I got some things I'm going through. I'm telling you. Lift me up in prayer. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to God. I need some help, son. So let's get started. Let's talk about Growing Up Hip Hop. Let's just talk about Bow Wow. Bow Wow is just way too much. But you absolutely get to understand that this motherfucker needs help. He needs some serious help, and he had nobody on his side to really protect him. His mother's in La La Land talking about she's worried about Kiyomi. The dude needs some help. He's talking about that's the next video. That's episode 9. So let me just let that go. So anyways, so we got Bow Wow. He's at counseling, Shad Moss, whatever you want to call him. He's at counseling. He's with Kiyomi. He's with the weird, counseling, the head doctor. That's what he calls him. And basically, Shad Moss is opening up and just saying that, like, he's been through a lot. Like, he's been an adult. He's been around the world. It's like, he was the provider for everybody around him. He didn't have a father. His father wasn't around. He felt neglected by his father, which we already know. And he had the streets to raise him, and people in the industry, which is like Jermaine Dupri, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and all this other good stuff. But Bow Wow still ain't their biological, so it's nothing like for your biological to protect you. And where was his mama? Like, don't get me started. So anyways, then we find out about Kiyomi situation. She's been like the head of the household. She's been out here hustling, struggling, trying to get that dollar, trying to get that 99 cents, trying to get that rent paid, the bills paid, taking care of her mom and her grandmother. And that happens to a lot of young females, a lot of young dudes. That's why I hate when I be watching these shows and they be like, oh, you the man of the house. No, he can't be the man of the house. You need to be the man of the house, because you are the man of the house, not no damn child. Let a child be a child, because a child don't grow up and have a childhood. They end up like Bow Wow and Kiyomi, where they're on TV crying because they didn't have a childhood, because they had to grow up so fast and take care of business. And then now once they get to adulthood, they're still acting like a child because they didn't get a chance to live out their childhood. So Bow Wow's in his second childhood. Kiyomi, she's in like her second childhood, but like, she's a little bit more mature than Bob, but she is a female too. So what she's been through and everything, whatever. And then people saying that she was beautiful, but it really didn't mean nothing to her, because she had to do this, 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 she had to do that. She didn't have time to, to think like a kid or be like a kid. She was worried about surviving, and her mother depended on men and everything like that, and how the man used her mother. And then when they wanted to be out, and the mother was struggling, so she never wanted to depend on a man. She never wanted to depend on anybody. She just wanted to do her own thing, make her own money, and whatever it may take. So that she's been down a lot of dark alleys. And, she's been hurt a lot, but she ain't gonna say it on TV, and I don't blame her, because people would judge her and say nasty shit about her. But she's been through some shit if she's taking care of her family, and her family didn't once stop and grab her and say, hey, listen, we don't need you to take care of us. We got it. We the adults. That means that they were doing bad, and basically it was her. She was raising herself. So whatever she thought that went, that's what went. Even if it was right or wrong, she didn't know, because the people that were supposed to be guiding her is hanging on to her and begging, and not begging, but looking for her as an out, because whatever they went through, they gave up on life, and Kiyomi went on fighting because she wanted her family to survive. And then Bow Wow realized that him and Kiyomi has the same type of situation. They've been through the same shit. The only thing is he made way more money, and more people robbed him, and Kiyomi got robbed, and she made enough money to take care of the family or whatever. So we got that situation. I was like, damn. And basically, she don't want to be, and, she talks about Bow Wow, the way that he talks to people, like, that's the biggest thing with Bow Wow. He feels embarrassed. He feels hurt the way that he talked to her. And that's why he didn't want to face. And that's probably why he lost a lot of relationships, because sometimes when you dogs a person out so bad and you say the most hurtful things that you can possibly say, you as a person hurt inside for saying that you don't even want to see him again. You can't even believe that they forgive you. You be like, you forgive me for what I said? Like, something's wrong. Like, you know what? But you don't forgive yourself. And then you live with that, and you keep moving on. Instead of talking to the person and working it out, you run from that. You run from that hurt that you did, and you try to act like it never happened. And so that's what Bow Wow's situation is. So Bow Wow is very degrading and very derogatory towards her, because most of the women he's probably dated, have been in his life, has, been easy picking, except for Ciara. You know what I mean? He said Ciara was a real one. And we know she's a real one. Look who she married to now. Look how she's living. So we have that situation, and it's just like, Bow Wow is a mess. And Kiyomi's trying to help the situation, but in reality, they don't belong together. Bow Wow has a lot of issues, and Kiyomi can't. Kiyomi's not equipped to deal with them, even though she's partially equipped, because if she helped raise her family without here hustling and struggling and bustling and doing what she got to do to survive and get to where she's at today, where we see her on TV and wilding out, and she's trying to put her music out, she's a smart girl, and she know a lot. But Bow Wow is a whole different type of ball game to deal with, and I don't think she should be dealing with that when she needs to deal with herself. And yes, he can help her career in some type of way, but if she got this far on her own, she can get even farther on her own too as well. She will meet the right person that will open the right doors for her. So moving on from that situation, so we have that. So Bow Wow's not happy. He's not proud of the way he treated her. He's really like self-absorbed. He's been a brat. He's been, he hasn't been able to really be an adult, and he's always had yes men around him. So that's another situation too as well. And then the regret of him being robbed, people taking his money and not being where he's supposed to be at, and his career. And then the next episode, you really see that Bow Wow just wants to be loved and be respected. So moving on from that situation, we have the brat. She meets up with Miss Deb. Basically, Miss Deb tell the brat about the, what went down in Jamaica with, Johnny. Let Johnny go. Let Johnny be. Go, Johnny, go. Go, Johnny, go. Just let her go. You know what? I've been caping for Johnny for a long time, but only person that can cape for Johnny and help Johnny is Johnny. That's it. Point blank, period. The brat don't want to hear it. The brat is like, you too much of a nice person. You let people use you and abuse you. Blase in the third. We got the brat talking about that she's off probation. She's going to be throwing a party. You got Miss Deb talking about she's going to be throwing a barbecue too as well. I think this episode might not even be the same episode. So anyways, we got Miss Deb talking about her situation. She's talking about Johnny, and also talking about, basically her new bae, that she's with, and she's happy with him. She had a good time with him, but she's done with Johnny. And the brat is like, well, if you're really done with Johnny, we'll see. And she was just like, basically, you have done too much for Johnny, and basically that's it. Let it be. And so we got Bow Wow and back to Kiyomi and counseling. Basically, the counselor said that he can be able to reprogram Bow Wow and reprogram Kiyomi to help change them, to finagle them, to make them much better, to make them different people. Reprogram them, because sometimes the programming we grew up with was fucked up and it needs to be switched out. We need a new program sometimes. So that's the situation with that. And so once we have that situation, we have Little Mama. She goes out with Ayana. She tells Ayana about the date, how everything was going on the date. Like, it was a good date. And she's a serial flirter, and she kind of like BT, whatever. BT's cool. BT's this and that. And they talk about, when they first met BT at Bow Wow, and Kiyomi's supposed to be party that didn't go down. It didn't happen because, well, the party did happen, but Kiyomi and Bow Wow were separated at the time. And basically talking about, Little Mama flirting with BT, but she's BT at the party or whatever, but she's looking for love. She's not really looking for it, but she's looking for something that's organic. She's looking for something that's good. And basically, she's not closing the door to love. It's open. And it is what it is with that situation. So I was like, okay, I'll see you ladies. And so they have that little situation or whatever. And she said, she's a serial flirter. She likes to flirt and stuff like that and whatever. So we have that situation. Then we have Bow Wow. He's over, Shad Moss. He's over there talking to BT, telling BT, like, oh, did she invite you to New York? Did she say she invite you to New York because, she invited me to New York. Did she touch you on your shoulder? Did she rub your chest? Did she rub your back? Did she touch this? Did she touch that? Did she do this? Basically, it seems like Bow Wow was jealous because, she's actually she actually likes BT, and he's actually having a good time with her, and they're going to go on a second date. And it seems like Bow Wow is kind of like, why is he hating? Is he jealous because, BT was able to pull her? Like, why are you hating Bow Wow? Bow Wow was like, did she touch you like this? She should touch you like that. She didn't invite you to New York? Oh my goodness, she didn't do that for you? I'm just like, yo, come on. Why you hating? Like, why you really hating so much on her? He was like, man, you're about to hit that in a week. You're about to get that. Like, you're about to hit it in a week. Claiming that she's easy or whatever. Basically, but he shouldn't be. If he knows Little Mama, they're cool. Why are you gonna throw her under the bus? I'm like, oh, you should be able to hit that in a week, or you're gonna get that. You're gonna get the punani quick, or whatever. not to say if Little Mama had sex with BT today, tomorrow, or the next day doesn't mean that she's a hoe. Doesn't mean that she's a bad person. Doesn't mean that she's a nasty person. But this is the person that she felt comfortable with, where she felt like she can give herself to and have sex with him if she wants to. But Bow Wow's trying to make it seem like she's easy and she just goes around, she just has sex with different men because she got power and she got money and she got respect out here. That basically she plays these little games with guys, flirt with them, and then take them back to her room. That's the way he's trying to make it seem like it's not serious, and actually Little Mama trying to have something organic and serious with BT, and Bow Wow's making it seem like, she's not that type of woman, that she's easy to get with, she don't want nothing serious, so it's just like, Bow Wow, why you have to even go there and talk about her like that and disrespect her? It's one thing you disrespect your girlfriend and call her all types of Instagram thoughts and whores and talking about you're gonna throw her back to Skin Row, but now you're Little Mama has not acted like she wanted to get with you, and then Bow Wow had the nerve to say my girl was gonna beat her up. She tried to invite me to New York. My girl, she wanted to invite you to New York to that celebration because it would help the kids out there, and that community will be there. And you're a big star, and kids love you because all the kids know who the fuck you are, Bow Wow, from your TV shows to your movies, and you just be out here wilding. And Space Jam, and then you had a TV show and stuff like that, like you played a lottery ticket. Kids know you, you know what I'm saying? So they look up to, just the same way that Miss Deb wanted you to go to her foundation where the kids was. That's what Little Mama wanted you to do. Even though it was her family reunion, it's like a block party. It's gonna be everybody from the neighborhood there too as well, and it would be a good look to have like somebody that has a big name like you, Bow Wow, there. Not that she wanted you, not that she wanted to introduce you to her family, because you could tell that she was not feeling you. She was feeling BT from Jump Street when she's seen him, and he is cute. Not my type, but he's cute for her. So miss me with that bullshit. Bow Wow, you a straight hater. You be on that bullshit like all day, every day. Like you gonna hate out. What you gonna hate on Little Mama for? Hate on Masika. Hey, that's a real thought right there. Why are you hating on a woman that doesn't even have a reputation of being a thought? She just has a reputation of jumping on stage with stars and celebrity like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You're such a Bow Wow, I swear. When I see you, put you over my nose. So anyways, so Bow Wow straight hating. I don't know if it's because of jealousy or he just want to feel like he's better than her, or his man BT doesn't really got a good come up with Little Mama. Little Mama got more money than you, Bow Wow. I hate to say that, but you should have more money than her because you've been in the game for 20 something plus years. But I understand you was robbed and took advantage of, and your mama didn't know how to be an accountant too as well, and a mom and a manager, and to make sure the money was secured and the bag was secure and your money was protected. So I understand that. Then you got a father that's somewhere out here in jail, locked up in prison, totally alcoholic. He should have cleaned up once he saw you shine and got his shit together and been in his fucking son's life. And he's a total loser scumbag because he could have protected you from all the fucking vultures out there. And that goes for every scumbag parent. So I gotta do a live about scumbag parents. So moving on from that, we got that situation. So Bow Wow totally hating on the situation. He's sort of making it look like Little Mama she's just a regular degular thought that just wants to get to with BT. I feel like he's hating on Little Mama and he's hating on BT because BT pulled a bad one, pulled a big one, pulled a good woman, straight up and down. Little Mama could be a good woman. She can cook, clean, and sing, and rap, and act. So we have that situation. So we got Bow Wow with the head doctor and all that other situations. So basically they need to, I think Bow Wow and Kiyomi needs therapy on their own. So you got Bow Wow. So Bow, he meets up with the brat, and basically he wants the brat to talk to Kiyomi about his relationship. And so basically in the beginning, the brat is like, well, Bow Wow, your name should have been Brat because you throw more temper tantrums than I do. When things don't go your way, you're mean, you're low down, you're dirty, you say awful stuff. Everything that she said, that's what Kiyomi said. Bow Wow even in civil was like, damn, you sound just like my girl. So she knows what, how Bow Wow is. So damn, Kiyomi's in kind of like a mentally kind of like abusive relationship with Bow Wow, having temper tantrums where he feels superior and he feels inadequate because of where he's at today and what happened to him, growing up and being in entertainment business, that someone that is lesser than him, he feels good to basically bring them down and bring them back to reality and make them feel like they're nobody and they're never going to be nothing. And that's how he used to be made to feel. And so that's why he's doing that to Kiyomi and whoever else he's done it to. So we have that situation. Then we also have the brat is just like, yo, listen, once you just date somebody that don't want to be famous, somebody that don't want to do the same things you do. And Bow Wow was like, that's boring. I don't want to go up and sit up in the mansion all day. And she was like, you don't have to sit up in the mansion. You could be like me. Look at me. I'm successful. You go where she's at. Bow Wow, you're not looking for that. You're not looking for a woman that's successful. You're not looking for a woman that has what you need, because you're not even looking for a woman that's around your age that could possibly accomplish that. And then on top of that, this week I met a bunch of women in their 20s that are very successful. I mean, making like $200,000 to $300,000 a year in what they're doing. And it's just like, come on, like you can find that. Like you can't find that. You don't want that. You want somebody that's less, that you feel is less than, someone that's just trying to come up in the industry so you can dangle, some cherries and some berries in front of them to get them moving, and some cheese in front of them so they can feel like, oh, let me just give it all to Bow. Bow can help my career, can change my career. I don't know who that lady was at, Deb's barbecue, but it was, I don't know what she had on. I don't know if that was a man, that was a woman, but they totally had on winter clothes in Atlanta in the summertime. So maybe the picture will come back around. So anyway, so we have that situation. And so that's what Bow Wow wants I don't think he's ready to have a woman that's on the same level as he's on, or someone that has the same type of bank account that he has, because then he can't talk derogatory towards them. You know what I mean? Because basically everybody in his circle only has 8 off of him, not contribute, but 8 off him. So we have that situation. So the brat is trying to just tell him like, yo, once you just get with somebody else, like he was like, she's trying to be famous, you're gonna make her famous. Of course she wants to be famous. Of course she's trying to get famous. Of course she wants help from Bow Wow, because damn, if you're dating somebody that's in the same, that you want their desires. Like like the brat said, like she's successful. The brat said that Bow Wow's successful. He has this and that, and then like the other person is always gonna want what you have and always want to be in that limelight like you have. And then on top of that, they're always gonna be some envious and some jealousy. So it's probably better if you find somebody that doesn't want to be in the same career path. That's cool and fine, but you can also find somebody that wants to be that's in the same career path that you actually respect. Like it can work if Bow Wow wasn't the way he was. Like it can work. Like, and then also if Kiyomi wasn't so insecure, but Bow Wow has a lot of issues. So we have that situation, and it could work if the two people love each other and they respect each other and they respect business, and they don't let everything get into their relationship, and they're both confident in each other, that it would be a good thing to have a couple, rap group, or a couple that are helping each other and supporting each other, especially if you're trying to make this last forever and you can actually make music together. But anyways, it is what it is. The brat was like, I don't want to talk to her. She's going to try to call me every time something's going wrong. When she's mad at you, upset, she's going to call me. The brat is like, oh no, come on. The brat is feeling all types of ways. She's just like, damn, come on, you're gonna put me in the middle of this. So the brat was like, all right, I'll talk to her. And then the brat also brought up, like, is she light skinned and she got long hair, big ass, big tits, basically bringing up that situation. So that's Bow Wow's type. And we have been seeing a lot of colorism going on so much this week and last week. Like, damn, that's another discussion we gotta talk about, colorism. Like, why just not a black girl? Why just not an African-American girl? Why it has to be certain labels and types, And it's just like, we'll get into that. So anyways, moving on from that. So the brat totally knows who Bow Wow is, how he is, and everything else like that, and how he treats women, and how he's not great with treating women too as well. And so we have that situation. So it is what it is. And so, but right now, Bow Wow and, Kiyomi are going to try to work it out after the counseling. But Bow Wow was already negative after the counseling, thinking that Kiyomi's not going to change when he needs to change, because as soon as he left counseling, he was negative. He was acting like a baby. He was acting like a child. So he needs to get some help, and he needs to change for real. Like, he's not even going to have a successful relationship, even if he had a woman that would bow down and do everything that he wanted her to do and be submissive and not say anything. He'll find a way to pick on her too as well, because that's how it is. He has to find blame and fault with somebody, because he can't accept what happened to him. He can't accept fault. He thinks he's perfect, and he can't accept that people around him let him down, and it ain't as gravy as it looks like it is. So we have that situation, so it is what it is. And then we have Kiyomi, she's in the studio, whatever. Then we have Bow Wow mom, she comes in there, and basically she's just saying that Kiyomi and Bow Wow don't belong together, and Bow Wow is working on his album, and basically she's a distraction, and she's just too much. Bow Wow actually, it seems like Bow Wow loves Kiyomi, and he actually wants to be with her, but he's just so hurt inside that he's gonna hurt her. And he's gonna intentionally hurt her, and then he's gonna unintentionally hurt her, because he don't know how to be a real man in a relationship and how to treat a woman. You know, his mother's probably never really had a real boyfriend around. His mother's been too busy being Bow Wow's girlfriend. You know, not really like being, but acting like his girlfriend, telling him what to do, you know, like his mother and his girlfriend at the same time, because she's always been there. And I think Bow Wow fired his mother at one point for being his manager, I believe. But you know, the mom is just like, oh, like, why are they still living together? Like, he's 30 years old, he should be in one mansion, she should be in one mansion. Like, why are they living together? Why is she all up in the mix? And why wasn't she up in the mix when he was at 15 years old trying to commit suicide? Why was she up in the mix when he was strung out on lean for years? I don't even know if he's still strung out on lean. Why didn't she come out and try to really help him, instead of coming at Kiyomi talking about she's the problem? If anything, Kiyomi don't want him to do drugs, and she don't do drugs, so therefore Kiyomi's better than him than anybody else, because you know, all the other women were doing drugs with him and getting high, and she don't do drugs. At least that's what I know from now. I don't know, I can check on her IG, and she could be probably doing drugs, but she seems like a good fit for him, and she knows how to work hard, and she seems like she's a loyal fucking person too as well, because the way that she was raised to be loyal to her family, because if she wasn't raised to be loyal, she would have up and left her family, made her money, and she wouldn't have went back home. She would have went on and started a whole new life, but she didn't, so she's loyal. And the mother should know that this is a good fit for Bow Wow, but her son needs to change. And imagine the way that he talks and disrespects his mother too as well, that's not on camera. And then on top of that, what have you taught? You haven't taught your son much at all, because he's still acting like he's a little kid. Like, you haven't put him in his place. You haven't did much. You know why? Because you was too busy taking his money to the bank and spending it with Joe Smo. Let me stop, because I don't even know. I'm just assuming. This is all allegedly. So we got Kiyomi and Kiyomi and Brat talks. Brat can't get Kiyomi named right. Brat likes Kiyomi. So basically, Brat is like, you guys are already going to counseling. It's only been a year. It's supposed to be the honeymoon period. She's just like, yo, if I was you, I would just keep it moving. You know, basically Bow Wow is distracted. Yes, he can be a mean son of a B word, and he has a lot more growing to do, and he needs to go to counseling on his own, and you need to go to counseling on your own too as well. You seem like a very lovely girl, but it just seems like the Brat feels like Bow Wow just deserves a thought in his life, someone he can hit it and quit it and keep moving, because he's not focused. But did his album come out? Has Bow Wow been focused in the last couple of years? It's not the females in his life, it's the drugs and the friends that are helping him do the drugs, and it's the drug dealers, it's the lean, it's the yes men. That's what's wrong with Bow Wow. And then on top of that, he has a lot of hurt from his childhood that he has not healed from, and people haven't been held accountable for what the things that they did to you. When people do shit to you that's wrong, especially when you're a child and there's no adult to come in to protect you and help you, that shit follows you until you're an adult and you don't get over it, and you stay in that child's place. So we have that situation. Then we have Deb's party or whatever. Deb party, her barbecue, whatever. It seems like it's cool. What's her name comes? What's her name? Masika. Johnny comes. Johnny and, you know, Deb invited Johnny before, you know, they ended their relationship as far as management. So anyways, we have, you know, Ayana, she brings Little Mama, she invites her to Debbie's barbecue or whatever, so that shit goes down. And so, you know, Little Mama's kind of worried about Deb. I don't know why she knew that it was going to be Deb or anybody else. Maybe she heard from the street, she heard from the grapevine, but right now she got, you know, Bow Wow talking about she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's a freak, she got a different man every day of the week. And, you know, Little Mama addresses them rumors. Basically, she said she'll fight Bow Wow. She better not fight him. She's a woman and he's a man. Even though she goes to boxing classes and she know how to box, she know how to fight. So anyway, so basically she gets to the party. She's chilling. She meets Masika and everything's cool. Blasing the third. And then we got Deb. Deb got to ask, you know, Little Mama about what happened to you on the stage. It's like, damn, Deb, you couldn't wait till the third visit. You couldn't wait till you guys were sitting, eating chicken, drinking liquor while she was open. up to like talk about the situation as soon as you see her. You gotta ask her about the Jay-Z shit. Granted, everybody's gonna ask her that. Granted, you know them questions that you don't want to be asked. You don't want to be asked them questions about Nicki Minaj. You don't want to be asked them questions about, what's his name? Nicki Minaj, Fendi, who else? I don't know. All the people that used to manage that don't fuck with you no more, Deb. You don't want to be asked questions about why did they leave, why did they run from you, why did they drop you like a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be asked them questions. And so anyway, so she in turns, Deb, asks Little Mama, so what happened with you at the VMAs? Like, and so Little Mama was like, yo, I'm not here for it. I don't want to talk about that. Like, you just, like, if you really wanted to know, you asked me in front of two other people. There's other people standing here and all this other stuff. Like, yo, I feel disrespected. I feel like if you really cared, if you was concerned, or you had something to say, you really wanted to get to know me, you asked me something else. Deb was like, that's all I wanted to know from you, basically. Yes, and Little Mama do have, the attitude when it comes to that situation. She should have listened to MC Light. MC Light told her how to handle that situation. Somebody asked you that question, be like, oh, that was just something in the past, I just did this for that, whatever, it got me here or there. Like, she's gonna have to continue to ask these questions because it was 9 years ago, 10 years ago. People just want to know, like it's something in history that's never gonna change. And when you get like 90 years old, Little Mama, people gonna ask you the questions. You're just gonna have to learn how to answer and how to respond, and not let it be a sore spot in your heart. Be like, yo, I wanted to be on a stage with the legends. Shit, Alicia Keys, Jay-Z, and you guys are still talking and asking questions about. I wish I could relive it. You know what I mean? Because you didn't get kind of blackballed a little bit, but not all the way, because, you're on this show. So we see Little Mama wasn't feeling it. She got kind of close to Deb and got up in Deb's face. And Deb was like, listen here, little girl. You going to have to deal with this shit. People going to ask you questions. So anyways, but Deb was inappropriate at the time and all that other shit. She asked the questions. So Deb, miss me with your bullshit. You wanted camera time too as well. Because you got upset when Masika said your man looked like trouble. And so we have that situation. Masika got her tits all open. So then we move on to Masika and Johnny. Masika and Johnny in this bullshit. So, Masika claiming her baby daddy that don't claim her. And never claimed her. Never even appeared on TV next to her. But he's with Alexis Sky all day, every day on TV. He's... even though he ain't paying for the baby. And so we have that situation. So basically, she's like, Fetty Wap don't want you. He don't want to be with you. He ain't been seen with you. He ain't hitting no more. He don't want to be around you. You stressing him. You using his name for fame. And like, miss me with this bullshit, Masika, because nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about whoever DM Fetty Wap 2 or 5 years ago, 8 years ago, because basically mad bitches was DMing Fetty Wap, and Fetty Wap been sticking it. And he's community property, so shut the hell up. Want to hear this bullshit. Leave Johnny the hell alone. Anybody could DM Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is community property. He likes to be out there. He don't claim nobody. He has millions of girls, and you was nothing to him. You just got lucky and you felt like you got lucky, you got pregnant, and now you can use the name of saying that you got Fetty Wap's baby. But if he don't come out with another hit anytime soon, people are going to dismiss you and not care that you got Fetty Wap's baby, because he ain't doing that out here in these streets. Peace. I'm out. One love.